Yo, yo, yo.
What up? What up?
What's going on? What's happening?
Nothing. Just basking in the glory of my football pool win.
That is true. We won. We won.
Yeah, finally.
We both did our part, and we won.
Yeah, you turned it in.
I turned it in, and I gave him the money.
That's true. That's it.
Yeah. Finally, with the help of Grok.
Well, I told you, not really. I put all my picks down, then I looked, and I changed 3 of their picks because they were different than mine.
Yeah.
So
you're saying the other ones are all the same?
Just about. I think maybe 1 or 2 were different, but they weren't. I mean, I had the right ones. The ones I didn't know anything about, I used theirs.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 games. So,
all right.
Yeah. There were a couple of games I was like, oh, man, that's a coin toss. This week's going to be tough again.
Why?
There's only 3 games that have big point spreads. All the rest of them are like a field goal.
Oh, so you're saying they're all coin flip games?
A lot of them are.
So if it's a coin flip game, do you tend to
don't
side
flip
with
a
the
coin.
home team?
No, I go back and start looking.
Maybe we should do that.
Game.
Maybe we should flip a coin on those ones.
No.
It's pretty much gonna be better than what you've been picking lately.
I just won.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's 1.
Let's say about a broken clock.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games that are 3 points or less. Gonna be a coin toss week. Football pool winner that I am. What's happening? Did it start getting cold up there yet?
Phil's grumpy today. No, Phil's grumpy every day.
I am grumpy every day. It's my job.
It's your job. And you're very good at your job, by the way.
I am. I'm an excellent grumper.
Robert
I have my
says
long sleeve t-shirt on.
Never bet on Minnesota. And yes, it's getting cold.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, it's getting
all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray.
They're falling down. Yeah, I gotta get the leaves off the ground. That's the hardest time of year for me because my dogs obviously go outside, and I gotta
you gotta find it.
It's like a landmine field out there covered with leaves.
Blow the leaves and find out where it is.
It's a good idea. I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Is right.
Because there's nothing worse of a feeling than stepping on a leaf and going squish.
Yeah, I understand.
This time of year, that's a
blow
cleanup
leaves,
right there.
Go out there with a blower, blow the leaves into a pile, and you got it. So anyway,
it's good advice.
Good advice.
Got a great show for everybody today.
I think so. I think we're going to dive deeper into what makes the Evil Eye so successful. And you know why I get a lot of questions? I've been getting a lot of questions on which drilling is best for me. So we're going to touch on that a little bit today, on your style and maybe what drilling. I know Steve talked about it in depth last week on the core motion and what the impact of the holes are. But, I think we're going to touch a little bit more on the who should throw it and when.
Yep. The science of things versus the reality of things.
Right? Exactly.
Who are these bowling balls going to be good for?
That's right. Who are you?
Who are you? Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote GBO bowling needs a lesson.
No comment. Anyway.
No comments. Anyway, I have some news.
That's great. But we can't
as usual,
talk about the news.
Our governing bodies or our marketing arm of bowling, the PBA, always give us news. But we have some housekeeping. Today we will talk about the wheel.
The wheel of misfortune.
The woo box goes up, your name goes in. Then in about an hour-ish, Nick picks a name randomly.
It's going to be at 4:00 on the nose. That's when entries are going to close.
And then we'll pick a winner after that, shortly after that. But at 4:00, the entries close. So don't come in at 2 minutes after 4 and go, we can't find the woo box, because then we know you weren't here.
Yeah. You're a fake fan. You're an FF.
And then we'll spin the wheel. If you don't like the gift, we'll give you a chance to go again. But remember, the whammy is always lurking.
The whammy from Miguel, the land of Miguel is always there.
Miguel whammy.
And once these chamois whammies come off the boat. They're
Yeah, we'll
on
take.
they're on the water right now. They should be here in a
Mhm.
week or two. There's going to be some changes to the wheel
That's right. We're going to take off the 3-ball arsenal
and add another whammy.
and add another whammy.
No, we
And
are
then
we are going to add another whammy, but it's going to be the whammy chamois whammy.
right.
So it's going to be the whammy, but if you land on it, you get the whammy chamois,
That's what you get.
and you don't get another choice. It's just the end of the turn, but you get a
I like
consolation
that.
grip.
So if that's your first one, that's it. That's what you get.
That's it. And all the other chamois will be the whammy chamois. You can have it if you want it, because it's
Right.
going to be a limited thing. It's not. We didn't make a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
And then, they can give it away. They can say no, we don't want it if they land on a regular chamois.
Did you go to the USB School of Rule Making? That just got really confusing.
I sat into the council meetings. Yeah.
All right, good. Exactly.
I didn't
Well,
know
let's
they
give it a
actually had. I didn't actually know they had training for that.
They do, and not well.
How to win friends. They all read the
Read
book.
the book, How to Win Friends,
friends
Influence
and
People.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick new shoes.
New ball for me because I've been giving away a lot of new balls. New shoes and new ball have been hot right now. That's all we've been giving away.
That's why I'm going with it. I'm gonna try to put the "it can't happen twice" rule into effect.
Oh no, it can.
Can't happen twice. Here we go. Here we go. New shoes coming up. Oh,
grip sack.
Grip sack.
Grip sack. Is grip sack going to come back into play?
That'd be great if it does. We haven't given away grip sack in a while.
I know. Grip sack used to be the only thing like this.
Yeah.
This wheel is streaky though. This wheel goes through streaks because for a while there, it was landing on 3-ball arsenal like every other week.
Thank God that's not happening after the adjustment we made to the back of the wheel.
Man,
took that right out.
I know. Tough.
Let's do some news and then we'll get started.
All right, let's get some news related.
Oh, yeah, we haven't even mentioned the fact that the World Series is tied 2-2.
Dang. We'll get back to that.
It's the striking news. Bowling news and views from around the world with your hosts, Brunsnick and Phil Cardinelli. It's the striking news.
So interestingly enough, the USBC changed the rules again.
No kidding.
What a shock. What a shock. Initially, they said that the collegiate sectionals and everything else was going to be urethane. You can use it, 78 hardness. So then they decided having a meeting. They have another meeting, right? We did a survey because they're really good at surveys. We had the card trick, proved how the survey worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the survey of college coaches regarding future sectionals found, I love this, 48% wanted to ban urethane balls.
I heard that the coaches didn't even get the results of that.
Well, this
survey.
Is posted, so maybe you're right. I don't know, but this is what I got. Now you ready? That's 48%, which means there's still 52% left. Ask what they want, right?
You got to give them 3 or 4 choices that all lead into the same thing, right?
Exactly what they did. 38% wanted the hardness, 78 hardness rule. 12% wanted to allow urethane with no changes. So I'm going to flip this and say 50% of the people said urethane of either 78 hardness or as is what we want. But they took the 48% that said no. And I showed you how that worked last time. When you take teams that are sponsored by companies, there are going to be teams that have no access to purple hammers. And if you ask them, would you like to ban the purple hammer? Their answer is going to be, hell yeah.
Because we can't use it.
So we can't use it. So why should someone else have the advantage of a better ball? Perfect.
Right. Why would we allow a USBC approved ball into competition?
Exactly. So we did that. So here's the other part, which I thought was really interesting. So in this meeting, the coaches asked about pattern transparency. We want to see the patterns because you have a 5-ball rule. We want to go to a 6-ball rule. And this is the beauty part. We want to go to 6-ball rule and we want pattern transparency. They had no response to that, which means they're still not going to tell them the patterns. So they're going to take urethane out of play and they're not going to tell you what the pattern is anyway. Here's the best part. The 5-ball rule, because of space. So a 6-ball rule would still be 2 3-ball totes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think a person is going in with the 5-ball rule with a 3-ball tote and a 2-ball tote, or are they going with 2 3s?
Probably 2 3-ball totes.
Right. Unless you're the guy that carries in 3 2-ball totes.
It's possible, but not
I don't think
probable.
it's probable.
I think at maybe somebody might do a 2-ball tote and a 3-ball tote. One on their
And
shoulder.
how much space does that save? 1-ball tote
One
size.
ball size. Yeah. Literally that.
Yeah. That's the rule. And the reason was space.
I mean, that's a 16% reduction in space if they do that, if they don't use 2 3-ball totes.
Right.
Right?
Exactly. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So pattern transparency was part of it. And the reason that would help is because then people would know what balls to bring in. And maybe they wouldn't bring in a urethane ball if they knew what the patterns were ahead of time. But they banned urethane because 48% of the people said no, but 50% of the people said yes.
In some capacity. See, it doesn't work when it's that way. When somebody wants urethane in that capacity, they can't spin it. In that case, 50% said, yes, we would like urethane to be thrown.
And they should just use it as an education for the people. In other words, these are the patterns we put out, and maybe help out, say, this is the way we expect them to be played, anything. But they hide the pattern. They make them ridiculously tough. And then they make this rule that you can't throw urethane. So how interesting is it that today Bowler's Journal comes out and they have an article on the game has changed or the rules have changed. I got the article around here. Here it is. You're going to love this.
You need a producer.
I do. A new ball game is what it's called. And it's an article about the urethane being banned. And of course, they interviewed several people. And of course, they don't post the whole interview. They don't take the part out of the interview that they want to post that makes their thing right. And they interviewed Packy, and they talked about the lefties, and they interviewed Wolf that won the Masters throwing that the blue hammer years ago, right? And they talked about how the advantages the lefties have with urethane. What they don't understand is that on the left side, if it's shut out, it never opens up. On the right side, if it's tricky, eventually something's going to open up, develop. And the only way the lefties can be competitive on it when they're tough is to have a urethane ball possibly and be able to control the lane a little bit and keep it in play. But they don't want to take that into consideration. They also made a comment in there, and this is unbelievable, that the collegiate coaches are now going to be looking at what the players throw to see if they're one-dimensional.
Trying to better the sport by making everybody more versatile, not so single-minded and single-skilled.
So here's the other part. Ready for this one? And I thought about this a little bit this morning. So I got a team of a bunch of two-handers, collegiate team, a bunch of two-handers, who I've had on my team for 3 years. This is their senior year as my team. They've been around. And now suddenly you take urethane out of their hands, and they were throwing that ball for 4 years.
3.
Now, what kind of team do I have?
Still got a team of two-handers.
I do. But now I don't have a team of two-handers with the bowling balls that they got there with to become that level collegiate player.
Yeah.
So now the coach has to scramble to decide what he's going to do. So the guy who was your ace last year may not be this year. And since they just changed the rule now, the next recruited class I recruited has to be adjusted. So what they're saying is that what they're basically trying to tell you is if you're a urethane bowling two-hander. Prodigy. Urethane prodigy. You are no longer desired.
You're no longer welcome in our game.
You're no longer welcomed in our game. You are no longer a quality player because you're one-dimensional. You really suck.
Yeah.
And you should go back to the drawing board and learn how to bowl.
Yeah. You have no skill.
You have no skill whatsoever.
And everything you've done prior is blasphemy because you leaned on that ball and that's all you can do.
That's exactly right. Now,
it's the most ridiculous thing ever. It's about knocking 10 pins over, period.
Let's take the 7-year-old at junior gold.
Yes.
Sorry, Timmy. We can't go to junior gold this year because you only throw urethane balls and you're not welcome.
Yeah. Sorry, Timmy.
And Timmy gets a rifle, goes in a tower, and is
no. He gets a 7-iron and goes to work, and he starts becoming a golf professional.
Golfer, right?
Yeah.
It's just incredible when you take it to the next level. They just don't think this through.
I hope this really explodes in their face.
So they actually quoted college coaches say we have to look at players differently now. The guy's a good bowler. So what he throws, what's the difference?
Some people can see that motion and that's comfortable for them. They can manipulate that. It's like just the same as anybody. I mean, you ever see Kelly Kaufman play first arrow? No.
Can't happen.
You ever see Bob Vesby play first arrow?
Right. Can't happen.
No.
Right. No.
But when it's in and he can play fourth arrow,
he wins.
He can strike a lot more than everybody and make shows.
That's right. That's right.
So was he one-dimensional? Should they have kicked him off tour and said, no,
well, you know what? You're right. No, you're 100% correct. But if they told you what the pattern was before you went there, what's the problem with doing that? What's wrong with that? Here's what you're going to bowl on.
Yeah.
And guess what? Don't put out urethane patterns if you don't want him to throw it. And if a guy can make urethane work on it, that's all the better for him. He's a better bowler.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's just like when it comes to pizzas, right? Anything's a personal sized pizza if you're
depends on how many pieces. I mean, Yogi Berra went to get pizza one time. The guy said, "You want me to cut it into 8 slices?" He goes, "No, only cut it into 4. I can't eat that much."
Oh man!
Just every day, I'm amazed. They just don't think it through. They just do not think it through. Now you're telling the kid on a college team that's there on a scholarship because he's a great bowler and he's on his team for 3 years. He's going to his 4th year, and you're saying, "Listen, can't use you anymore."
Sorry, Bobby.
Sorry, Bobby. You're not the player we thought you once were.
You're now a second stringer.
That's it, because you rely on urethane.
We're going to take Paulie Puss Knuckler over here that can throw a surface with a dull ASIM.
Ronnie Resin guy is up. Ronnie Resin, come out here.
Ronnie Resin, you're in. Here, take your number 16 off. You're no longer.
Bobby, you're out.
Yep, you're no longer anchor. Give me 50.
That's it. Exactly right. So, but anyway, some other news. We had a couple of award scores coming out like crazy with the Evil Eye. I'm pretty impressed with that. The amount of award scores. Zeno Garcia shot one last night on his birthday. Shot 300 with an Evil Eye. And Seth Gosson had 800 on the nosy the other day with his Zeno, with his Evil Eye. We know last week we talked about Caleb down here. Caleb Coleman shooting 800 with it. And there's been others. Ball is really, really impressive. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the ins and outs of that ball.
Yes, we are. We're going to go into depth, more depth than Steve. We're going to challenge Steve to go further in depth.
We're going to go depther.
Yeah, we're going to go as deep as that Titanic sub. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling when you think about half the stuff that goes on in the world and how things like that happen.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Let's just take this polycarbon shell.
I've seen the movie Titanic and I've seen some of the video from underwater. Good enough for me, pal.
Close enough. I'm good.
Good enough.
Good.
Well, what are you gonna? What else are you gonna see down there?
Hey, send down a camera on one of those submersibles without anybody in it, and let me see it. I'll sit upstairs, drink a coffee, and
stay warm,
have a drink, smoke a cigar. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Wow,
and every once in a while, I'll throw water in your face, and I'll bang on the wall next to you to make you feel like you're underwater. Let's go down there and see it in person.
I'll watch it from a hot tub. It's fine.
Exactly.
Cool. Is that all the news?
That's all the news. Thank God.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Oh. Let's talk about the Woo box is going up again.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, put it up. Put your name in it. You know what we'll do? We'll pick you out, and you're a contestant, not a winner. You're a contestant. Here's what usually happens. Your name gets picked. Nick probably can't pronounce it. Then we'll say you're here, which takes forever
because
people don't know
people like to hold out. They like to wait.
Hold out. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make them wait. Then we'll get the spin, and if there's 400 people
the longer you wait, the more.
The more what?
I was gonna say the longer you wait, the more probable you're gonna get a whammy on the first spin.
There you go. And then once your name is picked, there'll be 400 people in the chat. 399 are rooting against you. So at that point, when you win, you're the most hated person in the chat because the next person wanted to win. Then you'll pick a prize, and you'll say, I don't know if I like that. Then we'll spin again. Then you'll get a whammy, and we'll have to pick another name. The end.
And then we got to repeat the process all over again.
That's exactly.
And if we do that twice, the show's over.
The show's over. So, anyway, let's talk about the evil eye a little bit. So we have a slideshow.
Do we?
I think we do. Yeah. There we go.
Hey, there it is.
So, the super symmetrical advanced system, you guys have seen the picture of the core, and everybody says there's no way that's symmetrical. It doesn't look symmetrical. That's the idea behind it. But the symmetry or the symmetrical status has to go by the what the intermediate diff is, and on this ball it's 0, 0, 0. Therefore, it is called symmetrical regardless of what the shape looks like. Now, that's what makes the ball more desirable, more usable, more versatile, is because we put protrusions on this ball so that when you drill into them, it is the same effect as putting a balance hole in the ball. And our goal was to help the guy that got hurt when the balance hole went away. The people that love to drill any ball with a balance hole just to help the intermediate diffs go up. So we built it into the ball, and we'll tell you where to put the holes to get the same effect. So we're going to go through the slides.
That's me, by the way, who wanted all the help from balance. And it wasn't always to just increase flare. It wasn't always to create more. Sometimes we use holes to create less, to take more of the core out of play.
That's right.
So there's all sorts of ways you can manipulate it.
And we can do that with this ball too. Make it less by where you drill a hole. Right.
Yes, we can.
So we'll go through the slides one at a time, and we'll try to do questions as we go.
We will?
I think we will.
Everybody knows how good we are doing that.
Oh, yeah, we're terrible at that. If we ever master that, we'll be the number one.
We really need a third person for the show to be able to do that.
Yeah, we need somebody that can read.
We're not quite to Rogan level yet, where we have those kind of people on the sideline that kind of.
Yeah, we're second.
We're second to Rogan
at this time.
At this time, I don't know when he goes live, but he probably doesn't go live right now because
he won't go against us.
No, why would he?
Why would he? So what we have here is the chart, and if you look at the top line of the chart, it talks about the undrilled ball, 2.49, 0.006 intermediate, and a 0.045 total diff.
It's actually 0, but that's a typo.
It's 3 zeros. It's a typo. That's right. It is 0. So and if we had somebody else working with us, we could have corrected that, but we don't.
Yeah, but hey, you were the only one to work on this.
That's it. So if you go down just that first column, the intermediate diff column, it goes from 0 up to 23. 23 is a strong asymmetrical ball. Or you can drill it and have it 006, 009, which is almost not measurable. So the versatility of this ball is what we pride ourselves on. But when you look at the total diff, it starts out at 045. So if you looked at that ball as a symmetrical ball and it had a ball that said it's 2.49, 0 intermediate, and 0.45 total, you would say it's just a ho-hum, middle of the road, symmetrical ball.
Just a benchmark ball.
That's all it is. Yet, if you look at the total diff, we can go from 0.45 to 0.57. And in this case, which is really rare, we can go from 0.45 down to 0.43. So the versatility built in this core is magnificent. It's what Steve had worked on for quite a while to get to this.
And that's not even showing any of the pin down layouts that he came out with last week.
That's exactly right. He had two more layouts pinned down.
030s.
Yes.
I think it was 030 and 032 with like 010 and 12 intermediate, something like that. That's like
exactly. And I wrote that down somewhere.
Complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Exactly right. So let's talk about each of these drillings separately.
Benchmark. Sorry, I got to whisper the name benchmark.
Benchmark. The password is benchmark.
It's the secret word of the day.
Secret word of the day is benchmark.
Secret word of the day is protrusion.
Protrusion. Go down to the next slide. So in performance enhanced drillings, we have groups, performance enhanced, whatever the other ones are, control. Anyway, the performance enhanced drillings increase the intermediate diff up to 0.22, 0.23, and increase the total diff 0.53, 0.57. The higher the intermediate diff, the quicker response from the ray point. We've talked about that many times. Here's the trick. The drillings themselves, the angles that we put in there, will put the thumb in the right spot for these drillings. So performance enhanced drilling places the thumb 6.5 inches from the pin on a line drawn through the CG, drilling into the core protrusion, removing the most mass from the protrusion. That's the key. That's like putting a balance hole in a ball. So if you want a strong performing ball that has a quick response, a lot of flare, a lot of overall hook, you go to the performance enhanced drilling and you drill it with one of those two drillings, and you're going to end up with the thumb hole right in the center of the protrusion. When we drilled balls a couple of weeks ago at the shop, you look in the thumb hole and you see the core shape around the thumb hole on both sides of it. And you know you've hit the middle of the protrusion.
I'm going to go through some questions while we do this. So,
okay.
Is there any way to get a copy of the screenshot of the pin down drilling layouts from last week? Yeah, you're just going to have to find the video from last week and then screenshot when they're on the screen. So we don't actually we haven't published that.
No,
so
we haven't published that.
That's the only place. So this podcast is revolutionary when it comes to information. You can learn things on here that you can't do anywhere else in the world.
Right. As a matter of fact, I wrote it down. Unfortunately, I wrote it down on the back of an envelope and probably threw it away.
I mean, I can just be a nice guy and put up the thing from last week.
But
we're in the middle of another presentation.
Yeah, and the Dodgers are 2-2 with Toronto, so it's in a bad mood.
We still got one more in LA, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then the other question was, Brandon, how would Evil Eye roll for a full roller? I think it'd be great because you're not going to hit the protrusion, so it's going to be a pretty mellow, just
stable
benchmark reaction.
Exactly. All right.
Next slide. There you go.
Next slide. So the maximum performance drilling, it's a 70 by 3.5 by 20. And Steve showed this last week, but look where the thumb hole is. It's right in the middle of that protrusion. It takes out the most mass from that spot. This is the maximum flip, strongest overall motion. Now, when do you want to use this? Okay, it's ideal when you want to open up your angles. If you don't like throwing it away from your target, don't drill this ball. It's going to hook a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to need juice on the lane for this ball to work. I'm telling you, you know, it's a lot of hook for a symmetrical ball.
Yeah, it's very responsive to friction. I had something similar to this with the first one I drilled and struggled mightily at the House of Pain. Bowled well here at the studio.
Yeah, because you have less friction on the lanes at the studio.
Yeah, so I drilled a second one with a 20-degree drill angle to miss that protrusion.
Right.
And it was so much easier to control at the House of Pain. Bowled
and you bowled well. You bowled a lot better.
Well.
Right.
Bowled a lot better.
Yeah, so if you like to open up the lane, you want to move in and throw it to the dry down lane, this is the drilling, the ball. And these balls, what we were most impressed with, go back and watch the Throwbot video, was the continuation. through the pins. If you watch the Throwbot video, you'll see it for the 3 styles or 4 styles of bowlers, 3 different drillings. That Throwbot video is one of the best we've done because it showed for each of the drilling categories how it the variation was from drill pattern to drill pattern, intermediate and total diff.
It was nice and linear. So my Garagua, I wonder if the drilling the thumb hole is going to be one inch bit down 5 inches and then drill the hole for Jopo. That's not going to work. Okay.
No.
Only up until about 3.5, 4 inches, we're going to see any kind of difference in creating that, and then you start drilling to the other side of the ball. So
drilling 5 inches doesn't. And once you get past 3.5, nothing else changes.
Yeah, you're not. It's going to be so minor. You might as well just not
make the ball lighter.
Yeah, make your ball lighter.
Yeah, if you want that.
Yeah, just drill all the way through it.
Yeah, drill till you get to the other side.
Yeah,
don't come out the other side. Then you have a balance hole.
Then it's technically, unless you put your thumb in it on both sides.
Right.
Does that count? What? It's for my other thumb.
My other thumb. Or?
Yeah, it's for my double thumb. Here it comes, everybody.
Or? In case you have a double thumb drilling, it's actually right-handed.
Yeah, there you go. Double thumb. Yep, that's
double thumb. That's it.
Will there be another Bigfoot ball? I think we've evolved past Bigfoot with all these new ones.
That's how we got here.
Yeah, that's the one that Bigfoot got us here. So
with the protrusion, just that we didn't understand the entire concept. We knew the dynamics, and we didn't. Maybe we really didn't market it the right way. We should have marketed the Bigfoot about that protrusion, and we did a video talking about it afterwards when we realized how much of an impact it was. But that's how we got here with that protrusion. So probably not going to have a Bigfoot as you know it, but you're going to have derivatives of the Bigfoot. So is the snapshot.
Yep. Sure
you want a ball that's a lot like the Bigfoot, go to the snapshot, and drill into the protrusion like you would your Bigfoot.
Andy, how much difference do you see based on the depth and size of the thumb hole? A little bit, not as much as you'd think. I mean, when you're drilling a 1.5 inch interchangeable versus just like putting a slug in a ball or no slug and just drilling like a, 1 inch thumb. I mean, there's going to be minor differences, but a couple point swing.
Not enough to take it out of a category.
It's not going to change it to super degree there.
Right.
So I wouldn't worry about too much. So, all right.
Next one?
Yeah, why not? Let's
go
to the
you
next
still
one.
looking? All right.
I'm still looking, yeah. I'll keep looking.
Right. Strong performance. So now here's a step down from the first one, the A drilling. This is a 75 by 4 by 30. Again, the pin, the thumb is in the center of the protrusion. Same way along the line between the pin and the CG. There's a strong overall motion with a much longer hook window than the max performance drilling. And remember, hook window is at the end of the pattern before the ball starts to roll forward. The longer the hook window, the more continuous the ball is going to be. So this one here is a step down in performance from the I'm going to get that sheet out and put it in front of me. I should have it right here.
It's a good idea.
I do have it right here. Yes, I do. So on this one here, on the first one, on the A drilling, the maximum performance drilling, your intermediate diff was 0.22 and your total diff was 57. On this one, the intermediate diff is 0.23, slightly higher, but the total diff is four points lower. It's 53. So this one's not going to be as strong down lane. It's going to be have a little bit of longer hook window. It won't roll forward as much. And this is ideal on medium to heavy patterns. And it's going to be a little bit weaker. So, and you start looking at things like diff ratio. On the first one, the diff ratio was 39.39. On this one, it's 0.43. So, all that means is the potential of the flare and hook potential. But the other one had a stronger on the A pattern. Total diff is 57. That's the highest total diff you can get out of the ball. So that's maximum flare potential. This one is slightly below that. Right.
Matt Forney says, low friction house, just switch to low friction oil. I'm struggling to make anything corner lazy on the back. Will Evil Eye be the answer? It might be, but you might need more surface. You know, if it's low friction oil, you know, if it's just not slowing down, use more surface first.
Absolutely. But yeah, I would go with the maximum drilling with surface.
Yeah, there you go.
And that'll go right through the pins the right way.
It might just be exiting the pattern and not slowing down. Right. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. And everyone that I've talked to about this ball, they're most impressed with the way the ball continues through the pins.
Yeah. Yamo from JT. What's up, Yamo? He's got a lot of kids asking about two-handed drilling for the evil eye, no thumb hole to take out material. It doesn't quite work that way. Use the similar layouts to what is done on like the Troublemaker series, that what Deviate's come up with. That's the more important, you know, because the two fingers aren't going to take out the big protrusion. And if you try to take them out, then the pin's probably going to be past the VAL for most everybody, I would think.
I'm going to look it up. Go ahead. Keep going.
Don't worry about that. Just have them, because the ball rolls phenomenal. Two-handers have already starting to put up big scores. Caleb Coleman, right? Two-hander.
Yeah, no, I just looked up his drill pattern.
Yeah.
Okay, he had a 4 1/4 by 5 by 4 1/2.
There you go. So,
and it didn't sound anything too exotic. That he put up a score right out of the box. He shot 8 and change right away.
Standard layouts apply there.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so this one here again, it's for ideal for medium to heavy patterns. It's just going to be a step down from the strong one. So if you're looking for a lot of hook, go with maximum performance A. And if you want something that's got a little bit longer hook window, B. I actually drilled the ball with B, and I drilled B and I drilled E. Yes.
And E was your best.
And E, obviously, yeah. What happened with B, let me tell you why I drilled them that way, okay? I drilled it that way because I wanted to put the pin in almost the same spot on both balls.
Okay.
Right? So I did. So B is a 4 and E is a 4 1/2, a 3 1/2 pin to pap, right? And then I just wanted to see what the difference would be. Well, it's a mile different. Matter of fact, I threw E and E was too strong the way it was. So I didn't even shape my thumb on B yet. It's in my trunk. I haven't even beveled the thumb.
B was too strong.
I didn't throw it. I threw E. And,
you said E said E was too strong. You got your letters mixed up.
No. E was too strong the way it was. I had to go back and play with the surface. I didn't even throw B because I knew if E was that strong,
oh, okay,
I was going to be in big trouble with B out of the box.
Okay, so this is a perfect question when it comes to that. So I love how Radical offers the most information when it comes to core, but can we start getting information on the ball surface? I feel like you're missing a huge part of the ball's motion tech. And we do. Radical rundowns every Monday. There's a lot of surface talk in there.
Yes,
we've talked about surface adjustments in these podcasts. We do address it. It is the most important part.
Right. We agree with that.
It all goes hand in hand. You know, the core is there to fine tune and make your ball usable for what you're bowling on and how you bowl. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Yep. So I see a lot of questions in the chat that are very specific to each person. We're going to get to all questions about how these layouts kind of relate to all different type of bowlers. So it should answer your questions, I hope.
And also, if you are confused about where you fit with this ball, go watch the Throwbot video. We have 3-4 different style bowlers with 3 different drillings.
Yep. So you can see one from every category.
That's exactly right. So
we did that on purpose.
We got lucky. The harder you work, the luckier you get.
It's weird, right?
It is weird.
Does it say luck favors the prepared mind or something like that, right?
Fortune favors the bold.
There you go. That too. That sounds like a coffee commercial. Now Folgers Crystals. Fortune favors the bold.
The bold. Next.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. How much do you think they paid for that? That tagline.
$8.
$8.
$8.
And a bag of coffee beans.
That's it. That Juan Valdez picked in the hills.
And his trusty mule.
Olivia, and his trusty mule Pedro. Performance control drillings. These drillings feature a lesser increase in intermediate differentials than the performance drillings. The intermediate differentials range from 0.21 down to 0.14, keeping the total diffs down from 0.46 to 0.44. Okay, so again, we're talking about lengthening the hook windows, so that the ball is more continuous. These are control drillings. The combination of the increased intermediate diff and the lower total diff lengthens the hook window and maintains the axis rotation longer, reducing the chance of the ball rolling forward at the end of the pattern. Everybody I talk to is impressed with how this ball goes through the pins. Everybody. And that's the reason. Everybody. And that's the core design that Steve did such a great job on. The performance control drilling placed the center of the thumb 5.5 inches from the pin on that line drawn from the pin through the CG. Okay, so you're only taking out a portion of the protrusion. So what we're doing is we're controlling the performance of this ball by where the thumb hole goes. Okay, the thumb hole goes into the protrusion. On the first one, it goes into the center of the protrusion. Takes out the most possible mass. On this drilling, on the performance control drillings, it only takes out part of it. It's an inch difference. Okay, it hits part of it. The other one hits all of it. So the entire thumb is in the protrusion on A and B, and only part of the thumb is in the protrusion on C and D.
Hey, this is a good question. You once had a slide of the 4 quadrants: high rev, low rev, fat. Where would all these fall into, you think?
Well, you probably could put one in each quadrant, just about.
There you go.
Yeah,
well, we can talk now. It's in your mind. Now you can kind of think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you invented that chart.
I invented that chart. I did. That's right. Yeah, if you're thinking about the chart, A and B would be in the upper right-hand corner, and C and D would probably be in the lower right-hand corner, the lower right side.
What's the cover on the Evil Eye, Phil?
HK22
Cohesion solid.
Cohesion solid, right.
There you go. Finish 500, 1500 out of box.
Yeah, it's strong. It's strong. It's strong. So again, we're going to control these 2 drillings by where we hit how much of the protrusion we hit with the thumb. When I point to you, you change the slide.
Okay. I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at the chat.
Oh, okay.
You want me to speak?
Okay, so this is yes, yeah. Yeah, when I point at you. 80 by 4.5 by 40. Look at the picture on how that thumb hole hits the protrusion, only part of it. Can you go back to the first slide so we could show the protrusion in the middle of the thumb in the middle of the protrusion?
First slide.
This slide. One? Maximum performance drilling. Yes, that thumb hole is right in the middle of the protrusion.
Yes, it is. So we'll go back to...
Now look at that. Okay. We're not taking out the same amount of mass from the protrusion. This is control with a long hook window. Okay.
It's like,
so this is control C, drilling C.
It's like taking only a smaller bite out of a really nice donut. You're still getting
donut.
You're still getting a great tasting donut.
Right.
But you're saving a little calories. That's all.
Till you get to the middle where there's the hole, then you have no calories.
Right.
Okay. So, now this pattern is ideal on wet, dry, or lighter oil patterns. Because it's not as responsive to the friction, it won't over and underreact on wet, dry. And the cover is strong enough, so if you pinch it, you're not going to leave the 2A10 or the 210. Okay. But if you get it to the dry, it's not going to jump off of it so hard that it rolls forward and you flat 10. So again, the control here is coming from how much of the protrusion is taken out. On layout, this is layout C.
We used this
on
one
layout
on Robot.
C. Yeah, we did. 21 is the intermediate diff, which is still pretty strong, but the total diff is the same as what it was before it was drilled. It's 046. Total was 045. So it never touched the total diff, but it only made it more responsive with the intermediate diff. So this would have a longer hook window than both A and B.
Sean wants to know, if you use an offset thumb, how much difference do you think it would make in the numbers? I mean, what's your offset? Like an 1/8? 3/16? Not a lot.
As long as you're hitting that protrusion, you're okay.
Yeah. I mean,
don't
expect that. It's not going to be a huge jump. I mean, we can talk about variables all day. Well, what if you have a shorter span? What if you have a lower PEP?
Yeah.
What if you whole different things? All these layouts are going to get you in the ballpark. Even if you didn't make any adjustment to the sheet, even if you didn't do any of that, just drilled off your own axis and did it, you're still going to hit essentially about the same spots.
right
of the core and get the idea. This is drilling. Drilling. People are gonna get mad. Drilling is like hand grenades, right? You just got to get close.
close. I
Get
know.
it close. Get it ballpark.
Get it close.
And it's gonna do maximum damage.
And we give you enough room with the protrusions that you're not going to really miss it if you stick to these drill patterns.
I mean, if you take this instance, okay, look at the protrusion in relation to the thumb hole.
Yeah, right? It's like 2.5 times the size of the thumb hole.
Yeah, so an 1/8 inch here and there, quarter inch there, you're still hitting it.
Still hitting it, right?
So,
yeah, you keep your pin to pap, like we tell you. You use the right drill angles, you'll be fine.
And this is to assume you can throw the ball with the same exact PAP shot after shot after shot.
Right.
Nobody's throw bot. I'm going to vary it. I mean, when I throw a straighter ball versus when I move in and hook it, like my PAP changes for sure. So then what do you do? What do you do?
What do you do with that? What do you do?
I'm throwing a 4.5 inch pin one time, and then I'm going to throw probably a 4-inch pin the next time.
Come clean. So, what do you do?
I deal with it.
Right. So then we go to layout D.
Not layout D.
Layout D, the maximum control drilling. Again, same place. The thumb hits it. It's 5.5 inches. But this one's a smooth control because look what happened to the top of the ball. And on this one, your intermediate diff is only 0.14. And your total diff is 0.44. Your total diff is lower than what it was before you even drilled into the ball. There's 0.45 to start. It's now 0.44. It's about the same. But the intermediate diff dropped 7 points from layout C simply by shifting the pin closer to your PAP. And this is the maximum control drilling.
Maximum.
Okay, this is ideal on wet dry or lighter oil patterns or even that tricky sport shot.
There you go. And a lot of people call this the urethane replacement drilling.
Exactly, because if you're going to go bowl any of those tournaments for that one club that doesn't allow urethane balls, this is probably going to be the drilling. I assure you this drilling will be going to Reno with me.
You assure me?
For sure. This one and probably one of the either E or F too. So
John says, what do those red lines and black lines and blue dots represent on the diagrams? John, you didn't watch the show last week. You never seen a Stevie Fresh. You just outed yourself. You didn't watch the show.
John, people are going to mock you now.
Oh, man. So the red lines, center line, the positive axis, the horizontal line, the vertical. Okay. So the first blue dot on the red line is his starting PAP. And the blue dots represent the axis migration. Okay, so when the ball is rolling down the lane, it is flaring, and those are the new PAPs as it goes down the lane. It's going to create an arc. And the red dots are where the ending PSA are, so it moves past the thumb over there, and then the low RG of the ball actually moves a little bit too with this drilling, so it moves over a little bit. That's pretty common for every drilling for the most part. How it moves or where it moves depends on where you put the holes.
Right.
So hopefully that answers your question. Please tune in every week. Please subscribe.
Exactly. Maximum control drilling. That's one we just talked about. So yep. So we're going to do now we're going to go into what I call the continuous drillings. These are the ones that are not very responsive, meaning they're going to get most of the help from the surface of patterns you're bowling on. These drillings feature the lowest intermediate diff, 0.007 to 0.009. And the lowest total diffs, 0.043. That's 2 points lower than what it was before it was drilled, and 0.047, which is only 2 points higher than before it was drilled. The combination of the low, intermediate, and total differential yields the most continuous, controllable performance ball. Lots of control, very continuous, with a long, gradual hook window. So if you like something that's more archy, on maybe shots that are drier, you want to keep the ball in front of you, you like keeping your angles closed, these two are the drillings. Symmetrical control drilling, place the thumb 3 3/4 inches away from the line that you drew between the pin and the CG, having the thumb hole completely miss the protrusions, removing no mass from the core protrusions. So this is the pure symmetrical drilling that we have. There is no influence from the balance hole, from the finger holes or the thumb hole, almost very little. This is symmetrical. So if you want to drill this ball, if you take a look at the picture, okay, the protrusion, if you look at the pin with the line drawn from the pin straight down through the protrusion, and then you look where the hole is, it misses the protrusion completely. The thumb is centered 3 3/4 inches from, excuse me, from the pin to CG line. Smooth control motion with a very long hook window. It's ideal on wet, dry lanes or lighter, trickier sport shots.
And this ball was the greatest for control. And this is what I was kind of modeling mine after in the second one. To miss the protrusion, obviously I didn't go with 3.5-inch pins, so the numbers are a little bit different than what I got.
So now here's something interesting. If you look at layout B, layout B or layout C, either one of those, the pin is 4 inches, 4.5 inches. This pin is 5 inches. And most times when people think about a controlled drilling, they don't think of 5-inch pins.
What are you talking about?
They think of 2.5-inch pins.
The next layout, this one's 5-inch pin. This one's a little different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
same idea. You're missing the protrusion. You have a lot less intermediate.
Exactly.
So a lot of control. You can really turn this ball into something. Now, if you were to make that a 5-inch pin with a 70-degree, then you'd have a hook monster again. So
exactly right.
Crazy, right?
Because you put your thumb in there, right? So the pin to pap is important, but most influential in any of the evil eye drillings is whether or not you hit the protrusion. This, I'm telling you, folks, I've been around forever, and I mean forever. Literally. This is the most dynamically developed core I've ever seen, where we can influence it and know what you're getting out of it. Yeah. When you look at other companies' cores that they put up and they say, oh, put the pin 4 inches from your PAP and do a 20 by 50 by whatever.
Liberty blah.
What are they telling you? They're telling you put holes here because they're only dealing with the one dimension of the pin to pap.
Right. That's no longer the exact same way to control flare anymore or intermediate. That's out the window a little bit with this one. We changed it.
We changed that.
You can have what's considered a strong 3.5-inch, right? That's going to create a lot of flare, right? But we missed a protrusion. All of a sudden, now it's not flaring more; it's flaring less, and the intermediate's way lower.
That's what you have right here.
We can manipulate now, and we can fine tune it based on not necessarily all those specs of what's getting, the pin to PAP distance and all that.
Sure.
Is what are you taking out of the ball with the drilled holes? That is the more influential thing with this core. So,
if someone had told you they were going to put a pin at 3.5 inches from their PAP and it was going to be a controlled drilling, you would say you're out of your mind.
Right. It's going to flare less and it's going to be controlled. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
I'm going to post Woo Box one last time. I looked at the clock and we got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah, we only got 5 minutes. Woo Box, you know what to do.
Where did the time go?
Where did the time go?
I'm going to have to hurry up to get to this mystery topic.
I know it. And then the last slide is a versatile continuous drilling. And by that, we put the pin 5 inches. It's 20 by 5 by 30. The thumb is center again, 3 3/4 inches from the pin, from the center line between the pin, the line between the pin and the CG. Again, ideal on a wide variety of patterns, especially when there's lots of friction. So this is a drilling that I went with. I went with F, not E. I made a mistake. I went with F, and this was the least responsive of the two. The other one hooked off the lane. This one hooked a lot till I played with the surface, but it's continuous.
That's your bowling report card, F.
Yeah, exactly. I got an F. It's really a control drilling. I liked it a lot, and the ball was very continuous. And again, look at the core. And you're saying that it's a symmetrical ball. No, it's not. Yes, it is. By definition, it is. We take the rules. ABC said, USBC said, if your intermediate diff is higher than 0.008, it's asymmetrical.
I should get a picture.
This was 0.
I should get a picture of this layout. So when people ask me like, hey, I need a control drilling, I need something that's versatile. I was like, oh, just F it. What did you say? It's like,
Yeah,
use layout F. F
you
it.
layout F it. and again, I can't stress enough how this ball goes through the pins. It is the most continuous ball I've seen, but dynamically designed. It's just unreal. I'm so impressed with Steve on his job he did, because he took something that looks like it's out of the futuristic cores, and it's a symmetrical core. But once you start playing with it, and I tell you what, if every other company on the planet doesn't try to copy something like this with the drill sheets, they're going to lose ground, because we got more to come. And Steve has got this as a template of future balls that we're going to come out with because of the versatility, and it's just unreal. But again, we put out 6 drillings here. We gave 2 more last week. And don't you know, during the week, I get an email asking, what if I did this? And it's not one of the ones I recommended. It's like,
try it and report back.
Yeah, I can't help you.
Kevin, was the zigzag core the first quarter really try to make the layout change the ball numbers? No. But I would say the fix was probably the closest to what this is trying to do in theory.
Exactly. Yeah.
With symmetrical and all that. The core was very different. But you got to understand, the zigzag already has intermediate built in. It was 015 and 045.
That's right.
So, and we can make it a whole lot stronger with certain layouts. So that's an asymmetric ball, and making it even wildly more asymmetric. It's a lot easier to get the intermediates over 030 when you do that.
Right.
I mean, we put mine on the RG swing, and the intermediates went up to like 034.
Oh, you did? You did put it on it? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I tested 14 versus 15. I did a lot of tests on zigzag. That was a cool ball. Right. And so I would say the fix is probably the real first one that tried to ground break asymmetric, but it just couldn't get the numbers quite
not
crazy.
Like this one. Right.
No, getting 023 intermediate after the fact on a symmetrical ball, that's doing work. That takes planning.
Yeah, and a lot's got to do with the fins in the back of that core.
Yeah, Miguel's got a good question. Any plans for dual density block? You could put that protrusion a higher density there, Phil. Then you can make it even crazier. I don't know what that would do to the starting numbers, though.
Well, the problem is the manufacturing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just glue it on there.
Just glue it anywhere.
Just glue it on there.
What we try to do here is make it so precise that we know you're going to hit it every single time, and we know what's going to happen. It's predictability. It's solving problems.
Just stick it on there like a prosthetic nose, like
maybe I'm making
Steve Martin and Roxanne.
I was actually thinking of making the shape of a clown's nose.
Okay, what are we going to call that? To Murph?
We're not. No. Clown's nose on a core, the clown core,
the bozo core,
core. Right.
Okay.
So that's what we did. That's what we covered today. And I'm telling you, folks, drill this ball. You won't be disappointed. I'm just impressed. Everybody I see throw it, it's just amazing. It goes through the pins.
Did you watch me throw it?
Did watch you throw it.
Were you impressed?
Yes, which is hard to believe.
Great.
And again, watch the throwback video, because that one really showed it. The linear progression from A-B drilling, which we used A, C, and E. And of those 3, when you look at the numbers in the video of the after drilling numbers and the performance, you can see it.
Porter, can you purchase this ball at Costco? No, I'm sorry, it won't be on the shelf there.
No.
Porter and I are going to Costco tonight. Grand opening of the one in Fruitport, Michigan, right down the street. It's going to be a great day.
What are you guys doing this weekend? We're going to the grand opening of Costco.
Yeah, that's right. I got to remember, we're a small city. To get a Costco, that's monumental. We were supposed to get a casino like 4 years ago, but that didn't happen.
No, I know it didn't.
It's terrible, because then you would be visiting out here more often, wouldn't you, Phil?
Exactly. The whole town will be at Costco tonight for the grand opening.
They were already there. Yeah, Berkshire texted me this morning at like 8:30. He's like, dude, Costco's really packed. I'm like, what'd you expect? It's grand opening. There was people camped out, I guess, because
they're going to be the first one in. They gave away free.
No, they didn't give away nothing. They wanted to be the first one to try to get like bourbon, like special bourbon that they could resell. That's what they come in for.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah. Weirdos.
Exactly. But
Box
that's
is
what we got
closed.
on this evil eye. We're working on stuff. We try to solve problems, and the biggest problem to solve was when they took away the balance hole. I felt that was outside of this another rule they just made with taking away urethane. I thought that had the biggest impact on the average bowler. And I don't mean average bowler meaning score wise. I meant the way you throw it. Unlike the high rev guy or the high speed guy, that was the guy impacted the most. So
yeah. Emerald, did the layouts work for no thumb? No, they don't. So we talked about that. Use your favorite layouts for two-handed.
Absolutely, because they work.
The center of grip to pin height seems to be the most important thing. So get your favorite pin position to PAP, and then balance that with how long or how far away. So 3.5 inches from the center of grip is usually going to be your benchmark layout, and you adjust off of there. You can go up to like 5.5 for the most flare, or you can go down to like 1.5 for the least flare, most control. That works in this case too.
And like I said, Caleb, who shot it right out of the box, 8 and change, two-hander, he went 4.25 by 5 by 4.5, and he loved the ball. Worked great. So
they all float. We were just talking about this prior to the show. You lost a container one time.
I did. Well, at track, we had a whole container fall off a cargo ship.
Bowling balls do float. I think it's 11 pounds, right around there, maybe 12. They float. I think it's 11, something like that. So I told Phil, I'm like, you could have saved your whole thing if you would take the plastic bags that the bowling balls come in, and you sealed them. Don't vacuum seal them, but seal them with a little bit of air, and I think it'll make it buoyant enough to float a 16-pound ball.
So do you think a whole container load would have floated the container back to the surface?
Yeah, why not? If you would have just sealed the container.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Or do I have to think about everything for you? Jeez. And what are bowling balls doing? Oh, you were shipping it overseas. You weren't coming from overseas.
Japan.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, so
we had
you
the whole
could have done
container
that.
go off, right?
Just put a bunch of balloons in the container.
Sorry, sir. Your balls will not be delivered. Well, where are they? 2,850 feet below sea level.
Yeah, they're in the China Sea. Well, can't they just turn around? No. They're in the China Sea.
Yeah, right.
Deep in the China Sea.
Deep in it.
Hey, we need a top 5.
You want to do a top 5?
I do. And we're going to get the crowd involved for this one.
Oh, boy.
This is the first time we're going to do this. So, chat, it's up to you to come up with our top 5 this week. And here's what I'm thinking about. Okay, we've had a bunch of different things that have happened on this podcast that have stood the test of time. At first, it was the garbage man, the garbage truck. Everybody would.
Garbage truck. That
was probably the first thing, right? Now it's the Whammy, Miguel Whammy. So everything has kind of come from instant moments. Things weren't planned that just became iconic for the show. So put in the chat what you guys think. Number 5, let's go see what we got here. Number 1 was the first Whammy, triple grip sack. Yeah, that's a big one. Triple grip sack.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah, Miguel being the first Whammy. Yeah, Miguel. Sorry. Yeah, you get that named after. You got your name up there. And we got 7 victims so far on that thing. Snack attack.
Right.
Yeah, snack attack's been a thing, Phil. That thing's been iconic.
Yep, there it is.
So every time someone puts in the woo box and they go fill out, what does everybody see? They see the snack attack photo when they go that. Yeah, Phil invented that and made a shirt for sure.
Yep.
So we're going to 4
now.
You had
one job. You had one job. Yeah, Rocco made a visit. That's right.
He had one job. Yeah. That's a good one. Snack attack. The lamp is turned on. Yeah, you got that lamp after we started this thing, didn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, mysteriously showed up.
Because you never saw that movie. You never saw Christmas Story. So you still, to this day, have no idea who got you that lamp.
I do not. I think it was Ralphie. Is that his name?
Might have been. He had one job, triple grip sack, snack attack. Oh, Phil ran out of the internet. Oh, technical difficulty. We've been a little bit better lately, but
yeah, we have, and we figured them out. A lot of times we've had to fix it on the fly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Putt. That's another good one. Putt might be number 2. Olive Garden, breadsticks for sure. Snack attack. Done with that guy. Oh, the gumballs. We forgot all about the gumballs. That's a big
That's
one.
right. Yeah,
So
they're,
Phil
they're,
show
they're
the
molded
gumballs.
together.
Go grab the
I'll
gumballs.
get it. Yeah, that thing's tough. It ain't
so
gonna move.
for those that don't know what the gumball's all about, is Phil has this gumball machine that he got as a gift from Vice, was it? I don't remember. But anyway.
The noise you hear is the change.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put you up here real quick on the bigger thing. That's the change. That's not the that's change. That's not the so the gumballs are so fried and melted and hardened in there that they.
Now I got them loosened. Yeah, that's changed. I wonder how much money I have in there.
I don't know, but you'd have a lot more money if you would have just paid up, taken a gumball and tried it on camera, and you haven't done it yet. $50. We would have paid you $50. I think I got it.
Now they're loosening up. Some of them are flat.
That's just gravity.
And they all say PBA, by the way.
Oh my gosh! So they're probably soft.
So some little kid in like Singapore or something was painting PBA on this thing. That's how the PBA gets their gumballs. Did you know that? It's true.
I didn't know that.
It's a known fact that they have a little factory in it's actually Kuala Lumpur where they have it. Yeah.
Kuala
PBA
Lumpur
owns it. They have their shirts made there too by 12-year-olds.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So that's the story of the gumballs. They're probably hard as a rock. It's probably worse than the baseball gum used to get in packs from like 1980s, where the gum was like stuck. Like,
so let me take a minute to tell you the story about this gumball machine real quick. The PBA, when we used to product register, they gave us gifts.
Now what did they give you?
Like they gave us these coasters.
Wow, look at that.
$150,000 coasters, $75,000 each.
Nice.
I have other gifts.
Is there only two coasters?
Yeah, I only project registered one company and gave me 2 coasters.
So you can only have a one-on-one meeting. You can't even have
I can't even have more than one person. That's right. Yeah. And then I had they gave us a clock one time. Yeah. Now now we get the middle finger.
Yeah. Post turtles. That's another one.
That's right. That was a good one.
Yep. You had one job. How many times Phil freezes up? You got to realize when we don't have guests on the show very much because they always have internet problems. Oh, they're gone. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the best one with Bobby.
Oh, Bobby was
Brush on the booth. That was a classic. It was like, where's Waldo? He was moving around the whole show.
Open the window to let more internet in. Still legal. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. Bowling balls. Yeah. Urethane balls don't get softer. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, good.
Oh, wrong numbers on the top 5. Yeah, that was a thing for a while.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
And another one is please post the woo box after 4:00. Nope, we don't do that. Sorry,
don't do
show's
that.
over.
My favorite top 5, it still is the mascots. That's my favorite.
That didn't become an iconic thing. That's not the wrong thing.
No, it didn't, but it's my favorite because of the University of Rhode Island Institute of Arts mascot, Scrody.
Scrody.
It's his name.
Yeah, the dongles kind of might become iconic. See, it takes time, I think. If people recall it, if people recall it, and then it becomes like I invented that. That's something we use every single week. Seems like
absolutely.
Oh, what about
away kit?
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, tamper away ball kit.
And they just posted that they have an article in Bowler's Journal about McCune soaking the balls and how he did it. They have the whole story in there. How ironic is it? How ironic is it that in this month's Bowler's Journal, in one part of it is an article about why they banned urethane, and then in the other part of the book is the article about how to soften bowling balls.
That's so great.
Yeah, well, we didn't see through that one, did we?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would be that? What do you think the number 1 is though? Like the durometer testing? Is that the thing?
Yeah, I think that's the best one we ever did when we did.
You think that's where we got the notoriety for the show? Is just kind of where we got
put us on the board. I
think where we actually became where we're just gonna say whatever we want type thing. Where
that's what happened after that. We just didn't care.
We're not gonna be nice. We're just gonna we're gonna stand up to it
proper until then, and then it was costing us money. No, that won't affect your sales.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Favorite. The question is, when will it all end? You realize our industry, we have two iconic bodies of the industry. We have the PBA, which is the marketing arm, and the USBC, which is the governing arm. We're the only industry on the planet where both of them are failing.
Right?
I mean, really. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So here's a question. Say hypothetical. And I'm not saying it's my idea. Some people, not me. Some people.
Not me. Some people.
If tomorrow we woke up,
yeah,
and USBC says no mas, we're done.
I quit. We're done.
We quit.
They give everybody back their money.
No, they wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
Let's be realistic.
They close the doors to the USBC.
This is a what if scenario. This is a fantasy novel. Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
What would take its place as far as a governing body or sanctioning? Would it become more regional? Would it become...
Absolutely.
I mean, the guidelines are in place. Would it just be, okay, well, we'll sanction. We can sanction our own way. We can acknowledge scores.
Well,
we
let
can
me ask you
give
this: What's the
certification.
sanctioning? What does the sanctioning do?
What does it do? It gives legitimacy to what? Your
No, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I'm saying is, they go to the lanes once every how many years to check the lanes?
Mm-hmm.
Does that really matter to anybody?
5 years.
Does that matter to anybody? Is the league pissed off because they didn't show up this year?
Do they even know? No, you wouldn't even know.
Wouldn't even know.
I couldn't even tell you what year they last went to Pinecrest.
So I would make a program and sell it. That's a league secretary program.
There you go.
For $12.99, and you could keep track of your league, and it'll do the averages and everything. Okay, so what's left? What's left?
What's the big deal, right?
Did the balance hose change the game? I don't know. I'm waiting for the results. If they called me up tomorrow and said, hey, the balance hose thing changed the game, here's what we got out of it, I'd say, well, that was a good thing you did. We need that. Did the lowering of the differentials change the game? If it did, tell me what it did. Maybe that's a good idea. They've done nothing.
Here's what I think is going to happen, and I agree here. Your proprietors would probably become the sanctioning body. You'd sanction through bowler houses or whatever. If you bowled in one center, that's where you sanction through, right? So, or it could be a conglomerate of local centers within a county or state, however you want to do it.
Right.
It's just like it goes from federal to state. That's basically the balance of it. It's like bring it to the states. Yeah, no.
The states could do it, right?
The states can do it,
or the county, or wherever you live could do it.
Whatever.
We have I don't know how many centers we have in San Antonio. They can get together and make one deal.
Yeah, so it comes down to, why do I certify?
Maybe
we got a shirt for that. We got a shirt for that on Inside Bowl.
I would have worn it today, but it was chilly out. I had to wear a long sleeve shirt.
Oh, it's chilly. Wow, that must be really cold down there if you're wearing long sleeves.
It was in the 50s this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll be 70 this afternoon now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we have a mystery topic, and it's not going to be very long. It's just more of a rant, anything. And it has to do with inspiration and drive. How about that? We're going to talk about that. I like it. Yeah. I like that. So, and this could be all encompassing. Okay. It's not typically just bowling related on the lanes. It could be for anybody that's out there that's trying to maybe get a YouTube channel going or get content going, or say you're a touring pro, say you're a regional pro, say you are a good house bowler, say you are a mid-level house bowler and you're trying to get better, right?
Right.
So what are you doing to be better at it? And from the get-go, and I've gone by two quotes for most of my professional life, and I'm going to put them up here on the screen because I think they're very important to give you kind of like an insight to how I think and how I approach things and why I've maybe had a little success over the years. A little bit, not a lot, but enough. So the first one was in the first year that you linked up with Brunswick in 2013. It was we had a meeting in Florida. The annual meeting was in Florida. You were there, right?
I tried. I came in, right.
Do you remember the inspirational speaker we had that day? that week? Chip Eichelberger, where he's chopping the boards and stuff like that. You remember the boards?
I don't know if I was there for the whole thing, but it may,
Oh.
I don't know. I might not have been there for that part.
So Chip Eichelberger, he has a quote, and this is a very important quote. His thing was, are you good enough to get better? You could already be very good at what you do, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I think Radical does this very well because we're already offering things that no other brand does. But we're not going to just rest there. We're not going to just say, okay, well, you know, we do this and we're just going to sit back and just keep doing this the way we've always been doing it. Is
right.
How can we do what we've been doing, but do it better? Okay.
Yeah.
How on earth can we improve what we've already invented? How can we refine it? And that can be the same said for bowlers or influencers. You know, say you're a regional player and you're struggling to make cuts. You're close. You're close, but you're not quite there. You're just missing something. So what's it going to take to go from in the hunt to in the cash week after week, right? So there's a dynamic there. Where are you lacking? And it's comes down to finding the things that could make you better and have the discipline to do it day in, day out. You know, and if it's practicing more, if it's learning more about your layouts, if it's figuring out your surfaces, making better shots on patterns, not giving frames away, tightening up your mental game so that there's no highs or lows, not being affected by all that.
Right.
And it comes down to like when it for influencers for whatever, you know, you're just starting a channel. All right, we're only getting 500 views on a video on YouTube. How can we make that better? How can we get more people to watch? What can I change? Or am I just going to keep doing that same thing and getting 500 views every time because YouTube's just going to put you into purgatory at that point?
Right.
You just keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. You're crazy.
It's insanity.
Okay? It's insanity. So how can you be better? What are the best YouTubers in the world doing that's so different than what I'm doing? What are the best bowling YouTubers doing that's so different than what I'm doing?
Right.
How can I be better? And it comes down to the second quote, okay? And this is from an original YouTuber from France, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. He's actually one of the original pranksters, and he's hilarious.
Pepe Le Pew?
Close. His name's Remy. Remy Le Pew.
Remy Le Pew.
His quote, and I've had this as a quote on my Facebook for, since Facebook started. It's by doing whatever that one becomes whoever. So what that means to me is if you just go about doing boring things, being average, not doing anything that is remarkable, then you're never going to stand out.
Right.
So sometimes it takes a kick in the butt to take that step forward.
Sure.
Sometimes it takes that awakening where, hey, you know, what I'm doing isn't working. And you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
What I'm doing in bowling league, I'm taking the wrong balls. I'm bowling these tournaments. I'm not cashing. I'm trying the same thing. I just want to play my zone. I'm not trying to play the lanes that they're meant to be played. I'm making these videos that nobody's watching. What's wrong with it? You know, the lighting's bad. The audio's bad. You know, the camera shakes. You know, there's all sorts of things that could be better.
Right.
But they just kind of blend in and people get blind to that. So what makes you unique that stands out? And we've done that with Radical. What makes Radical unique? And what can we do that nobody else can do? We are offering all the layouts on the sheet, and we've done that forever.
Right.
And the after drilling layouts. Okay, so let's put that to the test. What else do we have that can...
Right. What else can we do to make it better?
Throwbot. All right, let's have a Throwbot throw. We're the techiest brand out there.
Yep.
Why not put a giant robot that throws bowling balls the same way to test these things? Don't take our word for it. Here's the Specto data. Here's a Throwbot throwing it.
Well, they figured out that we were cheating. Somebody said that.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're using a 12-pound ball.
12-pound ball for the other company's balls.
For the others.
Right. No, you're right. You're 100% correct.
That's the whole thing. It's like the success is a matter of how much you want it. And then you got to be consistent at doing whatever it is you're doing. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not just, hey, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Okay. Do it.
Yeah.
And then keep doing it. And I'm saying keep posting videos long form that people watch, and then repeat. That's the hard part. And that's the hard part for anything about anything. Like you want to start a diet, you want to start working out, is
Everything.
showing up every day.
Right.
To do the right
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Like when I got back from Montana, right? I created 2 goals for myself. And I think I told you the one of them, and that I've been doing. A couple of my friends know, but
yeah.
Is I'm going to get into shape. Okay. I'm not gonna tell anybody what I'm run. Round is a shape. It was a shape. It was a very ungodly looking shape. So every day for the last 3 weeks, something like that, 4 weeks almost coming up on it, is watching what I eat, fasting, and being more mindful of calorie deficit.
Is it working?
So it's working.
Yeah.
Down 8.5 pounds in that 3 weeks or so.
It's good for you.
And another 9 to go. That's going to be my goal. So I set a goal and I write down my progress every morning to keep me accountable.
Right.
And every day, and it's getting a whole lot easier. It's gotten so much easier doing it. But to rewire your brain, that's all this is you got to be able to want to do it, and you got to be able to show up and do it every day. Because every day, believe me, I want to have ice cream and chips, and I want to eat tacos nonstop, and I want to have multiple meals and just snack all day. I was just mindlessly snacking and eating all day, and it adds up. I have no idea what my calorie intake is. Now I know. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's about putting your mind to something and then just being so voracious about it to meet your goals, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when I stepped out to do YouTube again, you know, when I started up the channel again, I woke up one day and I was like, I'm going to do this. I can do this better. I've been doing it forever, and I'm going to do it. I can do it better than anybody. That's my goal. So I'm going to be I want to be the best.
You're doing a good job.
Doing my best. You know, I evolved over time. I could have quit. We're going on 3 years now, almost now, Phil.
Yeah. Is it really that much? It is that long, huh?
Yeah. February of 23 is when I woke up and decided to start it up. And so we're coming up on February 26 already. It's been a crazy ride.
Wow.
And I've learned a lot, and I've also passed that to that information to what I do day to day with the brands and how we can make those better as well.
Yeah, there you go.
It really comes down to just mindset and just wanting to do it. And
when I was a kid, I was going to college, but before that, when I was a kid playing baseball, my dad was a baseball player, and he said to me one time, he said, "You got to take 100 ground balls, 100 fly balls, and 100 swings in a batting cage every day." I said, "Wow, that's a lot." He goes, "Well, if you're not doing it, somebody else is." And if the both of you are the same, he's outworking you. So you should never get outworked. You may not have the talent, but you should never get outworked because that doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
You know, your effort is free. It's only what you're willing to put into it.
Yeah. Kobe Bryant used to talk stories about his team. Like, hey, we're going to go out to this club. He's like, well, we got to work in the morning. And he's like, oh, come on, Kobe, let's go out. And he's like, all right. So he goes out to the club for a little while, and he's like, you better believe I'm knocking on their hotel door at 5 a.m.
Right.
It's like, hey, I hung out with you last night.
Now you got to hang out with me.
Now you're going to come hang out with me. We're going to go put in the work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I feel that way about Radical, that everything we do has to have a purpose, and we don't go in it half-assed either.
No, everything's got to fit, and you solve problems.
Yeah, well, that's what we do, solve problems.
That's your
the biggest problem, like I said, was the balance hole going away.
Yep.
You know, we were the most technical company with balance holes. Suddenly they took that away from us. So now here we are. It took us a couple of years to get to where we are, but we grew along the way and learned along the way, and not cheated the consumer. You know, if we make a ball, rest assured we believe in it, and it's not just to fill a spot. You know, and like I say, this Evil Eye is the most technical thing we've ever done. Hard to believe when you look at it that, you know, here it is, a ball that, but look at the information we share, look at the effort we put in, you know. So
yeah, all right. I kind of was someone asked did I stop drinking Dr. Pepper? No, I did not. So I've limited how much I have, because let's face it, if I don't have a little bit of Dr. Pepper, then I'm going to be more miserable and
no one
harder
can
to
tolerate that.
and harder to deal with than I already am.
Nobody can live with that.
I mean,
I know
your 11 a.m. call would be the worst call and your dreadful moment of the day if that was the case. You'd be like, oh, gotta call this guy.
It is now. Can you imagine what it would be?
I know. That's what I'm saying. So that's the whole thing. You know, it's just the drive to do it, the drive to be consistent at it, and to be unique about it. So everything that makes you, my screen's going wonky. There it goes. Everything that makes you unique, play on that.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
If you're quirky, be quirky. If you're informational, be informational. But the most important thing is don't be boring. That's all I can say.
I don't think we are.
Don't be boring. If you're boring, people won't watch. You know, you can be boring in a pro. That's fine. If you want to be the boringest pro bowler, there's been some great boring pro bowlers out there. But
yeah, Earl Anthony was a very boring pro bowler.
Very dry individual. Yeah.
Very dry.
That's
he
okay.
Won every time. He could always win.
Ho hum.
But he never didn't practice. Nah, I'm gonna skip it today. You know. So we put in the work, and our fans, I think they appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't drink diet. I've tried. The aftertaste is terrible. Fake sugar, just awful. I'd rather just drink water. And I've been drinking a lot more water because when I get a little hunger pang, just drink a little water and then I'm no longer hungry. It's weird how your brain works. Like it's got plenty of fuel. So
anyway, that's it.
I already picked a winner, by the way.
You want to tell us who it is?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. I think they want to know. How many people are in the contest?
How many people actually got in?
Yeah.
Let's see. 289 looks like.
That's not bad. Not bad. Almost 300. The 288 people are rooting against
whoever we pick.
All
right. Well, you get your clock out.
I have my clock out.
You're gonna rock out with your clock out. That could be a new saying. That could be a new saying.
I'm ready.
That's gonna be the new saying at the end of every show here when we're picking out a winner. It's like, hey,
rock out with your clock out.
You're gonna rock out with your clock out.
I'm ready.
Hold on, I'm still laughing at the joke.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
I'm ready. Still ready.
The winner this week. I'm sorry. The contestant
this week
is, I saw him in there earlier, Craig Cope. Come
on down. Craig, the clock is on you. And we have 288 people rooting for you not to be here.
Hopefully you're still in here and your internet's not as bad as Phil's.
My internet's working fine today. Yours, you look very dark right now.
Is it? Well, yeah, because whenever I put this up here, it just sucks in all the light.
Yeah. And you're ready for Halloween.
Someone said he says he's not here. He's here. I see him.
Yeah. All right. 30 seconds.
Congrats.
I can see it. Congrats for being here.
Congrats on being here.
That's all we're going to say. Congrats for being here.
Yes.
All right. We're ready.
Here we go. Hopefully you win something.
Craig.
I don't know. What do you think it's going to land on? What does everybody want it to land on?
We know what they want it to land on. Get the
Whammy,
green pen out.
Get the green
pen out. The green pen.
Hold on. It's kind of under all the wires here.
We had one last week. We had a tick mark go in.
Yes, we did. Hopefully there's not another one. We're going to find
out. The Miguel Whammy.
Good luck.
Good luck, Craig. Nothing up my sleeve. Here it is. Uh-oh. Here it is. Here it is.
No.
Oh, no. 2 weeks in a row. Craig.
Sorry, Craig.
You're going to Miguel Whammy Hall of Fame. Now we got to pick it all over again. See, now here's how it worked, Craig. If you would have said you were here 3 seconds sooner,
then the algorithm
would have changed. That's the butterfly in Beijing flaps its wings, and they have a tornado in Kansas.
All right, let me pick another winner.
All right.
Why don't you tell a funny story of sorts?
Once upon a time, no, I'm not telling this funny story. How long does it take to pick a winner?
Do it like Andrew Dice. Well, I got to type it out. Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, no. Hickory dickory dock.
Jack and Jill went up a hill.
To fetch a pail of water.
Hey.
They both had a quarter. Joe came down with 50 cents.
Oh, man. It's so funny because the show knows his like routine. So they say the punchline for him.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right.
Hold on. My time is not working right.
Oh.
How could that be possible?
Come on, man. Rock out with your clock out.
I can't understand it. What the hell happened here? All right. Go ahead. Ready? Go.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right. The second contestant and final contestant of the day.
That's right.
Jim Ward. I'm looking at this email address, and I'm sure you're not happy that I'm a Dodger fan. Let's just put it that way.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Jim.
Jim Ward. Jimmy.
Jim Ward.
Jiminy Cricket Ward.
Jiminy Ward. Jiminy. Yeah, 45 seconds, Jimmy.
Yeah, he said he's not here as well.
He's not here either. Jimmy.
All right. Jim Ward, 3043. You got a number in your email, Jim Ward? And
it's 3043.
Well, no, that's not the number. So that's why I need to confirm that because Jim Ward, I mean, that could be a very common name. So what's the number in your email, Jim Ward?
Jim Ward has running out of time, Jim.
Jimmy Eat Ward. Yep, he's right. Okay, 1458. Right, cool. Confirmed. All right. Well,
all right, Jimmy. Good luck. Because
good luck to you.
Craig didn't have any luck. Sorry, Craig. What the hell is that?
Hey, your alarm's going off. Did you do your time? You did a. You set a timer. You didn't do the stopwatch. You put an alarm. You did a countdown timer. You didn't do a stopwatch. That's hilarious. All right. Good luck to you. And good scoring.
Good luck. Good luck, Jim. Jimmy boy.
Get away from it.
Jimmy boy. Oh, God. He almost had it.
Oh, backpack. All right, Jim.
Pack of the back.
These are
very nice backpacks, Jim.
They are very nice. Hold shoes. Hold your laptop.
The devil?
Oh, yeah.
Dance with the devil, Jimmy? You want to dance with the devil, or you want to?
This is one of those mid-range prizes, right? It's like right in the middle. It's very usable. Very usable.
Click away from the 3-ball arsenal. It's a decision you have to make.
Click away.
One click away from the 3-ball arsenal. Dancing with the devil, Jimmy. What do you want to do?
Jim. He says try again.
All right, Jim. Dancing with the devil.
I like it.
I like Jim. A lot of bold move. I would have took the backpack, but that's
I'm going to give this the strongest spin I can possibly give.
Oh.
Because I want this. I want us to just sit here. I saw this one show where they put a motor on the back of the thing and then they spun it for customers and it just spun. Stopped. It never stopped.
I like that.
All right. The guy left. Anyway.
All right, Jim. Here we go, buddy. I'm rooting for you.
Me too.
Yeah, we don't want you to win something.
Last spin of the day.
Here it is.
Get away from it.
Here it comes again.
Triple tote.
Nice prize.
Triple tote.
That was a good move. You upgraded your carrying item.
Yeah. Good job.
Very nice.
Triple tote. All right. Well, I will reach out to you, Jim, after
good job, Jim.
the show and get your shipping info.
Yep.
And I'll go from there, yeah?
The winner is Jim Ward.
Jim Ward, triple tote. We were just talking about triple totes this show.
We were.
It's like a backpack for bowling balls.
Oh, my God.
We got the best fans. We got the best chat ever because you guys make us laugh as much as I hope we make you laugh. So
let's hope. And we'll have fun again next week. Give us some ideas if you want a topic to discuss. If not, we're just going to bore you with more information and knowledge and make you a better bowler. If you'd like to hear some other information because you don't strive to be any better, you can go watch another podcast.
All right. Well,
we'll see you guys next week. Nick, good job again.
Craig
doing
says,
what Nick does.
Thanks for picking me. It's like, hey, in a few weeks, if you got it picked and got the whammy, you would have got a whammy shammy. And that would have been it. That would have been done. But we don't have the chamois in stock yet. But when we do,
thanks for nothing, Danny.
The wheel's going to change. But for now, the wheel's how it is.
That's right. But you go down in the box, the Miguel Whammy box.
That's true. You are number 8.
You'll be there forever. A matter of fact, we just may start nicknaming people. Hey, look who's in the chat. Number 8.
Hey, Craig number 8.
Craig number 8.
Can't compare to Miguel number 1.
2 weeks in a row that we had.
Or Miguel number uno. No, numero uno.
Numero uno Miguel Whammy. It's 2 weeks in a row we had a whammy.
Numero uno Miguel Whammy.
Miguel numero uno. The Whamster. That's what we call it. The Whamster.
Is there a word in the Spanish language for whammy? I don't know.
I don't either. Anyway.
Whammy member reunions, Miguel says. You need to have a support. You need to have a support
group.
Support
group, right? Have little cards, little ID cards.
Who's going to be the first repeat whammy?
Oh my God, that could happen.
Because we don't go off of any, like, you can't win twice or can't be a contestant more than once. We've had multiple winners on the show.
Yeah, we didn't just sign their names in the whammy box.
I'm pretty sure the winner last week, Randall. I'm pretty sure Randall won a 3-ball Arsenal a year or two ago or something. I don't know when, but
did he really?
Repeat
and he
winner,
got picked again, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just pick. It's all random. So
that's right. It's all random.
So if you're in the show every week, you got the same chance.
Sign the whammy box.
Hello, whamma. First repeat whammy, probably Miguel. That's probably true.
Probably
right. All right.
I gotta go.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
I gotta go. Let's see you guys.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay.